My name is Shifa Cyclewala and I am going to be the instructor of today's webinar. I am going to be discussing a lot more on what JavaScript is, what are JavaScript files, and how it can be very much beneficial if you are doing bug bounties. My background a lot relate with JavaScript. That is the reason I chose this particular topic. I started my journey as a mobile application developer, wherein I have been developing a lot of applications for native Android, iOS, as well as hybrid applications using the same scripting language, which is JavaScript, which makes me a lot of confident and familiar with the topic. And I have also identified a lot of ways how you can analyze JavaScript files in order to retrieve a lot of sensitive data from these JavaScript files, and you can report it to bug bounty programs. I'm going to share all my experience in analyzing the JavaScript files during this webinar. So I hope you all are excited, and we are going to begin now. So first of all, when I say JavaScript, what comes to your mind? So JavaScript files plays a very critical role in any web application. Any web application or website that you visit definitely have a JavaScript file. That is how it becomes interactive. That is how you're going to click on those buttons and everything that you have on that particular HTML page. JavaScript basically is a client-side scripting language that has been appended with HTML in order to make the elements a lot more interactive. And also this add-ons the functionalities to any of the website. I am also going to show you what do I mean by interactivity, what do I mean by functionality on any website. So in today's lecture, my agenda is to help you identify and secure JavaScript files, because it is so much essential for a pen tester or a bug bounty hunter to look for vulnerabilities in these JavaScript files, which can really lead to some serious security risk, which we are going to discuss moving further in this presentation. The goal of this presentation is to help you recognize those JavaScript files in any web application and understand their importance in context of pen testing and bug bounties. I hope I am clear with the agenda and the topic, why I have selected this particular topic and what are the certain steps that we are going to learn further. Okay, so first of all, let me show you how does a JavaScript normal file looks like. So let me quickly go to my Sublime, and I have written a small HTML code, which I'm going to explain you now. And we are also going to see what is a particular part, which is a JavaScript, and how does the execution happens. Before that, let me just remove this much of part, save this, and I'm going to execute this for you. Let me quickly explain this code. So this is nothing but a pure HTML code. I have started the HTML tag, close the HTML tag. Inside that I have a body. Inside the body, I have taken two particular major components, which are heading 1 and heading 2. Heading 1 is to get the larger heading or the larger font size, and then heading 2 is a little smaller than H1. So I am writing two different sentences on heading 1 and heading 2. I have also taken a button and I have taken a paragraph. Now I'm going to quickly show you how does the output of this particular HTML file looks like. So the name of this file is button.html. So I'm going to quickly open that for you, refresh this and show you how does it looks like. So this is my H1, this is my H2. This particular thing is called as a button. If I click on this button, nothing happens. I hope you are able to see the animation. As soon as I click on this button, nothing actually happens because I have not written any script to act as soon as the button is clicked. This particular thing is called as interactivity. When I am interacting with a component, nothing as such is happening because the code is partial and it is missing. Now let me explain you what I have written inside this button. So I have written that please take a element which is a button element, starting a button and closing a button. In between that, I am writing a text to display on the button, which is click me. You can choose to display anything that you want. So currently on my button, you would be able to see this click me text, which comes from here. I have also taken a on-click listener, which says that as soon as someone clicks on the button, please look for a function which is my name. But there is no function as such my name. So my button doesn't know what to do exactly when someone clicks on it. So if you want, you can write a function my name and ask the button to do anything that you want within the script tags. As soon as when I say script tags, that specifically means that I am talking about a JavaScript. We can bind our HTML components with something called as JavaScript. I hope this much is clear. And there is one more thing, which is a paragraph on which let me write something. I'll just write this is a para, and I'm going to save this so that you all can also see a paragraph which is lying somewhere here. Let me refresh this, and can you see? Here is my paragraph. Now what I want is that as soon as someone clicks on the button, the text of this paragraph should change to something else. That's the most simple demonstration which I can do on this particular HTML file. So here is my code, which is going to definitely help me rewrite or overwrite this paragraph. So let me explain you how. Can you see this ID? This ID for this particular paragraph is test. Now, as soon as someone clicks on the button, it is going to look for a function which is my name. On my entire code, this is the function whose name is my name, and inside my name, the code which is written is please look into the document, try to find out a ID whose name is test. As soon as you find out test, please rewrite the things that are written on the test ID to hello Shifa. Let me save this and show you if this works. Let me refresh this. I'm going to click on the button and things changed. This means interactivity. I am able to control some of the components or rewrite something or do something with the help of JavaScript on my plain HTML code. I hope this small piece of code is understandable and there is no issue in understanding this particular script. Is this clear so far? Yes? Okay. So this is one such way of writing this is one such way how any web page is been created or written the code of. To make it more clean in the real world, people generally create a separate JavaScript file so that not to disturb the HTML file. I am repeating what I just said. In real applications, we keep these JavaScripts into a separate files in order to remove the confusion. We keep components in one file, we keep JavaScripts in the other file. And we link these components with that JavaScript files, which I am going to show you next. Now I'm going to open my 1.html file, which is right here, which is exactly the same like the previous one. Only one line is different, which is this. Inside the script tag, this time I am not writing the whole function. Instead, I am specifying a name of a file, which is 2.js. Which means what? Which means that the script for this particular HTML is linked to this particular source, which is 2.js. I have taken the scripting code or the functions code into a separate file, which is this .js file. This particular file has a plain JavaScript. It does not have any HTML component, and this particular file does not have any JavaScript functions. The code looks much clean, and also if I want to make changes in only the JS files, I can quickly go to my JS and make all the changes. Similarly, if I want to add in any components, I can quickly go to my HTML files and I can quickly add a lot more components. This is a practice that we follow in industry for keeping all our files separate, the JavaScript files in a separate file as well as the HTML file.